everybody, so today is going to be a updated guinea pig cage tour, and that's like a second version of the DIY one, which was my first video. And I've decided to do this because I've changed a few things today, and when I say a few, I kind of mean quite a lot of dramatic changes, although you probably don't notice it yet, but a lot has changed today and I thought I would just give you an update. So first of all, in Pudsy's run, we have added a whole new shelf, and before he only had one that was standing up, so it was half the size of that, and he didn't have as much room underneath because the bars were obviously in the way. So he's got all that room underneath now, and he has got much more space on top than he used to. So I'm really happy that he's got that much space. So basically he can just jump up onto here, and then he can jump onto there, because we have this one for the girls, which I'll show you in a minute, but he can't get up one of them because he's kind of a little heavier than the girls, so I think it's best that he just has this to jump on and then he can get up there. So he just has his food bowl as it normally is there, and his water bottle, it has to go here because there's nowhere else for it to go, because this is obviously made of wood and it can't attach on unless we have one of these hooky things which goes on here, but I only had one of them, so I couldn't really use that again. Aren't you adorable? And he's running away from the camera. And also, finally for his run, we have a wooden log sticks, as he always has one, but it used to be leaning on the side, now it's curved up here. The next update I have to share with you is this shelf. So I'm sure you've all seen it before, but it has been extended so they have much more room on top and underneath, because before it was just one grid by like another grid and another grid, and then this was just one grid long. But as you can see, I've cable tied another grid on here so they can get more room, and it just gives them like less wasted spaces up there. Gives them less wasted space, because a lot of the time they wouldn't use this gap down here, which was a lot bigger. And so yeah, all you have to do is cable tie wherever you want it, like you have to adjust it to the size that you want. So you basically just cable tie it halfway or wherever you want it to go, and then you can attach it like here as well, because we've cable tied two grids together there just to give them a bit more room, like I said before. And this is just lino, and it was from the floor, so just leftovers really, which has come really useful because we don't have to buy coroplast and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with this because it's given them so much more room, and they just have way more places to go now, and it makes the run just feel so much bigger. And I like that because I want to give them as much room as possible, but sometimes it's more necessary to work on the height as well as the kind of length, just so they can get more room in there. So up here we have a hay rack, and they don't really use this yet because only 2 guinea pigs have been up here in the time that we've had it up, which was since yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. And there's a lot of squeaking going on, and that always happens in my videos. It's quite annoying, but I have to put up with it. But it's very cute. So this is just a dust-free hay, which is really great, and they love that. And that's just the meadow version, or no, it's the soft, I think. There's loads of different types you can get, but we prefer the soft because the other one we tried, like, it had loads of rocks and sticks and small branches in it, so we decided to just keep this one like that. And here's a little snuggly blanket with paw prints on, which is so cute. And here they just have their little bowl, which fits perfectly in the side with all the guinea pigs on. Basically we just used this piece of wood to support the run on, because if we just had it like that, then chances are it could have like a risk of, you know, falling in, and we really wouldn't want that happening. So it's just to be extra safe. And we have a sign here and a thermometer. And another feature of this room is these fairy lights, which we got for Christmas, but the Christmas room tour kind of got taken off because of copyright with this song or something, and I'm not really sure why that happened, but anyway, I'm just going to do a room One last thing I'd like to point out is this photo is actually meant to be up here on this wall, which is why it looks very green and blank and everything, but we need some hooks because it fell down, so we just need to get some of them up there so we can have the picture. So Bramley's cage has stayed the same, and this is just because he really likes his cage, I guess, and he likes where everything is, and he likes to know where everything is, and he doesn't really like anything to change. And he has his bed down here, and if we made this shelf any bigger, he wouldn't have room for his bed. So that's kind of the reason why we've decided not to change it. But if I get any better ideas than this, then I might consider them and maybe change things around a bit. But for now and for the next while, I think I'll be keeping it like this because he does like it and he has plenty of room for a single meal. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the updates and everything, and I hope you got some inspiration from it, because if I can manage to take a run like this and make things much bigger for them, then I'm sure anything is possible like that. So good luck if you've got any guinea pigs and you want to make a DIY guinea pig cage, because it's really fun and much better than pet shop cages. So yeah, if you have any questions, comment them below or inbox me.